Yes, I'm going to set record too. Thanks, Jose. Okay, I'm back. Just a moment, please. Good morning, everyone. My name is Laverne Fletcher. I'll be
Can
conducting
you
the
guys
roll
hear me? I
call.
can't hear you guys.
Just a second.
Wait a
Let me
minute.
see who's speaking here.
What's going on? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you guys now. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Okay. One second. There are 5 cases on the calendar today. The first case on the calendar is Third Eye Crew, case number 26PRO0007, District Growers LLC, 2653 Connecticut Avenue Northwest, license number ABRA 134075. This is a new medical cannabis retailer application. Is anyone present on behalf of Third Eye Crew?
I am present. This is Corey Barnett, one of the owners of Third Eye Crew.
Thank you. Mr. Barnett, would you spell your name for the record, please?
Last name spelled Barnette. First name spelled Corey.
Thank you very much. Is anyone present on behalf of ANC3C?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Samuel Littauer. I'm the ANC Commissioner for 3C01. Littauer is spelled Littauer. Thank
you, Commissioner. Is anyone present on behalf of Stanford University?
Yes, that's me. My name is Adrian Jameson. Last name is Jamieson, and I'm the director of Stanford in Washington.
Thank you, Ms. Jameson. The first name is Adrian?
Yes, Adrienne.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ms. Jameson, I reviewed your protest letter and you filed as an abutting property owner.
Correct.
Your properties actually do abut, the establishment abuts your 2655 Connecticut Avenue location.
That is correct. It abuts on all levels from the basement all the way up through the 4th floor.
Yes. However, the protest letter does not state a basis upon which you can file a protest under the medical cannabis statute. You provided a lot of information and clarity regarding your concerns, but the bases upon which the protest could be filed is what was missing. Would you like further explanation about that?
Well, I can express my concerns. I'm not obviously someone who works in the medical cannabis field or in licensure, as all of you do. So I apologize for my lack of knowledge of that process. I'm a professor, not worth much, let me state this. Because we share this wall, the length of our building, we, over the years, of course, have had restaurants next door to us. It is very difficult to control the odors, et cetera, that come from the building next door. I think it would be very difficult to control the impact of cannabis consumption within the proposed property in a way that would not impact our students. It is true that we are not a K through 12 operation. We are a university, but we're a university residence and classroom setting combined. It is also true we are not a recreation center, which I know is one of the other categories within 400 feet of the proposed dispensary. We are neither of those, but in our center and in our art gallery, which shares a wall with the proposed property, we frequently do programs for children in the local schools. We have young people under the age of 18 with us all the time. We're, in fact, have a program proposed for this coming spring. So what I am,
Ms. Jameson,
I'm sorry.
let me, um, um, I apologize. I want to
All right.
interrupt you for just a moment. Um, the roll call hearing is actually not where you would provide this
Oh, I
information.
see. Okay.
But your letter goes into deep detail about everything that you just said.
Okay.
Your letter is a part of the record that the ABC board will take into consideration.
Great.
And if this matter goes forward for a protest hearing, if the ANC wanted you to be a witness, then you could be, but I just want you to know that your concerns are made a part of the record, although this is not where you would provide the particulars about the protest.
Thank you, Ms. Fletcher. I mean, I understand that this is a standing hearing. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I
Yes,
think
it is.
my thought, our view is that because we do abut the property, that we do have standing. At least it seems to state that in the regulation.
Well, you do, and then the next step would be to state a basis upon which the protest can be filed.
Okay.
But your property definitely abuts
Okay.
the establishment.
So
And the
based
other,
on that, does that
Mhm.
mean that we do have standing going
that
forward,
that
even
means
if,
that
no.
means that the protest has to be dismissed because there's no basis upon which the protest can be filed. But Ms. Jameson, I also have to tell you that if you would like the board to reconsider the decision made today, you
Mhm.
will have an opportunity to do that.
Okay.
The protest is dismissed today for the reason I just stated. A board order will go out. You'll receive a copy of it, and it will say that the protest was dismissed for the reason that I stated. Upon receipt of that order, Ms. Jameson, you will have 10 days to ask the board to reconsider the decision that was made today.
Okay. Okay. So, if I understand correctly, we have standing, but we do not have a basis for a protest as of now.
So, so you don't have standing at all. You would have to do two
Okay.
things. You would have to be abutting, which you are, and
Mhm.
then you would also have to state a basis upon which the protest can be filed.
And those are the bases that are outlined in the regulation.
Yes,
So they're quite
yes.
limited. It's K through
Yeah,
12. They're very limited.
they are very limited. There are three of them.
Mhm.
Um, so they're very limited for medical cannabis cases.
Okay. I read that as well.
Yes. Well, Ms. Jameson, yeah, feel free to stay on the line for as long as you like, if you would like to do that. I'm going to go ahead and grant standing to ANC 3C uh, based on pedestrian safety only. Uh, Commissioner Latower,
Yes, ma'am.
in your protest letter, you mentioned various concerns, but the one that gives you standing to file the protest under medical cannabis statute is the pedestrian safety.
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Okay, so ANC 3C does have standing as a protestant. We need to schedule a date for a status hearing, protest hearing, and a mediation. I'm going to give you the dates for the status and protest hearing first. The status hearing is scheduled for January 28th. January 28th at 10:30 a.m. for the status hearing.
All right. Thank you.
The protest hearing is The protest hearing is set for February 25th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to see if I can find a date for mediation prior to your January 28th status hearing, but if I can't, that's the ideal situation. The mediation happens before the status, but if I can't, you would still need to appear for the status hearing and inform the board that the mediation is upcoming. So let me take a look at the calendar here. Hmm. There are no dates available for mediation prior to January 28th. I'm going to move to the month of February. What about February 5? That's a Thursday, anytime between 10:30 and 1:30. That's February 5. That's a Thursday, anytime between 10:30 and 1:30.
I can do 10:30 a.m. That morning on Thursday, February 5th.
I can do
Okay,
10. I can do 10:30 as well.
okay, and I should have told you before you speak to let the court reporter know who's speaking. So, Commissioner Latower, can you tell me your availability again, please?
Yes, ma'am. I'm available anytime during that window from 10:30 a.m. until 1:30 a.m. on Thursday, February 5th.
And Mr. Barnett, what about you?
I am available as well during that window at 10:30 a.m. And I think you mentioned anytime between 10:30 and 1. So if a change needs to be made, I'm clear during that entire time, and I will keep that open.
Okay, then what about 11 o'clock on February 5?
That's good for me as well.
That was you speaking, Mr. Barnett?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, this is Corey Barnett, and on February the 5th at 10:30 in the morning, I am also available.
Okay, Commissioner Lotaro, do you have a preference for 10:30 or 11?
11 a.m. works great. That's Commissioner Littauer. Thank you.
Then I will schedule mediation for February 5 at 11.
11.
I will send you the WebEx invitation to attend the mediation. The WebEx invitation to attend the status hearing will not come from me. That is sent out one day prior to the status hearing from another member of the staff. You'll need to appear for the status hearing to let the board know the status, which is that mediation is coming up on February the 5th.
I have a question, Ms. Fletcher. Am I able to ask a question?
Yeah.
If the parties are able to reach agreement before the status hearing, if that's even possible, is that something that can be announced at the status hearing?
If the parties reach a settlement agreement prior to the status hearing will be canceled.
Got it. Okay. Just wondering if that's even possible. Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
that's exactly right. It wouldn't be necessary. You would just submit it prior to the status hearing.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And for the court reporter, that was Mr. Barnett speaking.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem. I know it's not easy to remember. I forget to say it myself. Mr. Latower?
Yeah, point of inquiry. This is Samuel Littauer over at 3C01. Just a quick question on the process of what Mr. Barnett just added. If the ANC were to engage with Third Eye Crew on a community settlement agreement, and we had that submitted before the status hearing, then or before the protest hearing, then the status hearing itself would drop. Is that correct?
The status hearing would drop only if the settlement agreement is submitted prior to the status hearing.
I understand. And
And
if the community settlement agreement is not reached until after the status hearing, would the status hearing be the forum where that's drafted?
where what's drafted?
Where the settlement agreement is drafted.
Oh, the settlement agreement will be drafted outside of ABCA. That would normally be drafted by you or the applicant. A lot of times it's the ANC that drafts the settlement agreement. ABCA is not involved in drafting the settlement agreement. You would draft the settlement agreement provided to Mr. Barnett. You would do any back and forth that you need to do, and you would submit the fully executed settlement agreement to the board for review. You can do that outside of APCA mediation.
Great. Thank you.
If not, then you would come to mediation with the board's mediator. That's me. You would come to mediation on February 5 at 11, and we would attempt to do that during mediation.
I understand. Great. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Anything else? Okay, then I will see you on February 11 unless the matter is resolved. Show up for the status hearing. The roll call hearing in this matter is concluded. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. The next case on the calendar is Johnny's All-American. Excuse me one second.
Hello.
Hello. The next case on the calendar is Johnny's All-American. This is case number 26PRO00008. Johnny at 11th LLC, 3226 11th Street Northwest, license number ABRA 123033. This is a retailer Class C tavern license renewal. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet, and vehicular and pedestrian safety. Is anyone present on behalf of Johnny's All-American?
Hello, Miss Fletcher. Happy New Year. How are all of you guys doing?
Hi.
I'm not sure. I've never done one of these, and I literally just woke up and saw this email. I worked till like 3 in the morning trying to figure out what's going on here. So I don't know what my
Okay.
rights are.
I
um,
no problem.
But
It's
may I ask, Miss Fletcher, I saw that Mr. Littauer, Mr. Barnett both were able, and you guys are ANC, so they were able to ask and council and ABCA, they were able to ask questions. Am I able to ask any questions here, or is that just for like the government to be able to ask questions?
no, actually you can do that. The first thing for you to do is actually to state your name and spell it for the record, please.
My personal name?
Yes, yeah, your name.
Okay, yeah, Brandon, Branden, last name Gavan, G as in George, I, V as in Victor, A-N-D.
And the next thing I want to do is find out who's present on behalf of ANC 1A.
Good morning, Ms. Fletcher. My name is Anthony Thomas Davis. First name Anthony, Anthony. Last name Thomas Davis, Thomas Davis. Appearing on behalf of ANC 1A, and I represent the single member district 1A06.
Thank you, Commissioner. Is anyone else present from ANC 1A today?
Good morning, Ms. Fletcher. This is Jeremy Sherman. Just in attendance as backup for Commissioner Thomas Davis. First name Jeremy, Jeremy. Last name Sherman, Sherman. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Sherman. Mr. How do you pronounce your last name? Javon?
Yeah, that works. Whatever works for you
Oh,
works. Let's get Van, but
so
Javon sounds fancier.
Javon. Well, let me explain what's happening today. The reason that you're here is because it's time for your license to be renewed, and you posted a placard at your establishment, which let the community know that it's time to renew your license. And when you do that, the community has an opportunity to file a protest against the license renewal. There are certain bases upon which they can file a protest. In this case, the protest was based on the protestants' concern about peace, order, and quiet in the neighborhood and vehicular and pedestrian safety. So once a protest is filed, you're notified. Now, you should have received a copy of the protest letters. Did you receive those?
Protest letter. I got the only thing I got was something from a friend of mine that laid something at my business that wasn't addressed to me,
Uh-huh.
and it was written by Thomas Davis or Davis Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like handing out the letters, but it said a bunch of kind of slanderous stuff that wasn't true. So that's the only thing
Mm-hmm.
I got. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on.
So you should have received a copy of the protest letter filed by ANC1A. You should have received that from us. You received a copy of a roll call hearing notice to appear today. Did you get a notice? I know you got the WebEx invitation. I sent you that, and you're
Yeah,
here,
I
so I
got
know
it
you got that.
in the email I was reading this morning. Was it supposed to come via mail or something too?
Well, everything we do is via email, and
Okay.
so you should have received a copy of ANC1A's protest. Did you receive a copy of that, as far as you know? I can
I'm
send it
just
to
really
you if you
confused.
didn't.
I don't know. I think so. I just Anthony's been sending so much stuff and like creating so much havoc in the neighborhood. I think I
Well,
got it.
well,
I just don't
so
know.
it that so I'm gonna send it to you just so that you know what is the basis of the protest. It's because of that protest letter that we hear today. The board gives you an opportunity to attend a mediation where you get to hear directly from Commissioner Thomas Davis uh, and or Sherman about their concerns and to resolve the concerns if possible.
I have a question, a quick question. What is the understanding that they probably have standing, but what if I have concerns about the basis? Because if
So,
I don't have any complaints.
Mr.
If I
Devon, you
have
don't you so you're the license holder. You can't file a protest. You don't have to have standing. You're the applicant. But a protestant or a person that files a protest have standing protest. You're not required to have standing. You're the applicant. You're the license holder. So the issue of
No, I'm sorry. I
standing
meant
only
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Miss um,
Fletcher.
Fletcher. I'm sorry. But I was asking about Thomas Davis or the ANSI. Like, if I don't have any complaints in the community, I don't understand how the commissioner who's bringing the complaint just apparently from the emails and the ANC meeting I just went to, and I had to file a cease and desist order for like slander because none of the stuff is not real. He's making it up. How does he have basis or standing himself, not as a resident, to bring something himself that's not true or
He
factual
he
or from
he
a
he is filing a protest on behalf of Advisory Neighborhood Commission 1A, and he has standing to file that protest. This is on behalf
I'm
of the commission.
I'm sorry, I'm just really confused because this is like life and death for me. This is my liquor license. I'm a factory worker. I can't pay the bills.
Oh, and
I
just
don't
for
have
the just excuse me,
never had a
Mr. Javon,
complaint.
Mr. Javon, give me 1 second. Just for the court reporter, this is Mr. Javon speaking. Go ahead, Mr. Javon.
Sure, thank you so much. I appreciate you,
Mhm.
Miss Fletcher. I'm
Yeah.
just super confused. I've never had a complaint in 3 years,
Mhm.
and this guy walks up and down the street 50 times a day for
Oh,
3 years, and
and
all
so,
of a
Mr.
sudden we have
Javon, I have to.
a complaint.
I'm going to interrupt
I don't
only because
understand.
this is just not the proceeding for the
I
history of,
understand.
but we
I
will talk about it during mediation.
I appreciate that, ma'am. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I got an the email I got said said non-adversarial hearing, but then I got this file from him that was the most adversarial
So
thing
Mr.
ever.
Javon, I'm gonna have to interrupt because we have to stick to the purpose of this hearing, of this
I'm sorry, what is
proceeding.
the purpose of the
The
hearing
only
actually?
purpose of this hearing is to determine who has standing as a protestant. But all of the
How do
concern,
we determine that, ma'am? I'm sorry. How do we determine that?
I just determined that ANC 1A has standing as a protestant. ANCs have standing as protestants. They have to file a protest based on certain bases, and in this case, there were two. One was their concern about peace, order, and quiet. The second was their concern about vehicular and pedestrian safety.
Okay, so I'm writing. So there's two bases.
And I'm going to send you the protest letter. If you had the protest letter, you would actually be able to read what the protest is about. So I
What
will send you a.
does I'm sorry, Ms. Fletcher, does that require at this particular non-adversarial hearing based
Mhm,
on the bases from the ANC, which is this gentleman and the other gentleman,
mhm,
peace, order, and quiet, and
mhm.
vehicular safety, they just get to just say that
Yeah,
without any evidence?
at this point, yes.
Okay,
At this point, yes.
okay. That's what I was confused about. Like no
Because
evidence, I'm really confused.
yeah, at this point, yes. So what happens next is there is a mediation where the parties are required to come together, meet with the board's mediator. You get to discuss your concerns as well. The objective is to try to resolve the protest issues. If that can happen, then the parties enter into an agreement. If not, there's going to be a status hearing where you come and tell the board what's happening, whether or not you were able to resolve the matter in mediation. If not, there's going to be a protest hearing where you have an opportunity to provide testimony, you have witnesses, any documentary evidence you'd like to submit. This is just the very beginning. This is just the very beginning
Beginning of
of the
what?
protest process. A protest was filed against the license renewal. If you look at your placard notice that you had posted, on that placard notice, you're going to see that the community have an opportunity to object to
Right.
the renewal of the license, and you will see that if a protest is filed, there's a roll call hearing, which is where we are today. This is the roll call hearing where you get to know, as the applicant, who filed the protest and what it's about. At
So
this
do I
point,
know that, right? Do I know that, Miss Fletcher?
yeah, what you know right now is that a protest was filed by Advisory Neighborhood Commission 1A. That's what you learned today. And you didn't receive the protest letter. So you really are learning just today who filed the protest against the license renewal. Other members of the community could have filed the protest, but they didn't. ANC 1A filed the protest. ANC 1A represents the community in your area. And at a mediation, you get to have a better understanding of why ANC 1A filed the protest. But during the
In
roll
your
call
experience,
hearing,
I'm sorry, Ms. Fletcher, in your experience, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Is it more typical that the ANC would file a protest without any community support, or
well,
what's
so
typical?
The ANC represents the community. The ANC uh, holds a meeting, they take a vote, and determine whether or not an application is going to be filed. A lot of times, when the ANC files a protest, it's because members of the community have complained to the ANC. But these are things we'll talk about at mediation. And when you receive a copy of the protest letter, you will see the bases upon which the protest was filed.
So they'll have to produce something.
Well, they
Some
already
evidence.
have. Well, at this point, just the protest only is
So they don't
required.
have to produce any evidence at any
Not
point.
not right now. If the case goes forward for a protest hearing, then yes. But to file a protest, you have to submit or file a protest letter to say what your concerns are, which is why we're here today. And I'm going to send you a copy of the protest letter because I'm not sure that you have it. But
I probably have it. I've been to ANC meetings, and it's just
that's okay.
a whirlwind.
I'm gonna send it to you anyway.
Do I have
Just to make
Mr. Fletcher? Do I have any rights or bases, or is there a protocol for me to protest or have an aggrievement against my ANC?
Yeah, no, you can't. As a license holder, you can't file a protest against the community. So, but
No,
you'll
not
have
against
an
my community, against the government
no.
people.
You cannot file a protest with ABCA against an ANC or anyone in the community.
So it's just one way. There's only one
It's just
perspective.
one way. You're
Okay,
the license holder.
I get that.
The
Thank you.
community has an opportunity to file a protest if they have concerns about the way you operate. If the case
I'm just
goes
confused
forward,
about the phraseology of community also just actually meaning the ANC in this
so the
instance.
ANC, they are elected government officials and they have the authority to represent the neighborhood, the residents in ANC 1A.
Is Mr. Thomas Davis in the district like right now? Do you have to be like, are you at Charles Allen's office?
I'm sorry,
Mr.
Ms.
Javon,
Fletcher.
just
We've got
just
other things, and folks are
just
having to drop
Mr.
off the line.
Mr. Fay, just a minute. The court reporter has to know everyone who's speaking. You're here for a different case, right?
Yes, ma'am, I am. But
And you,
representatives on our case are going to be dropping off shortly,
I,
and
I
we were not
understand.
expecting this to run
I
longer than an hour.
understand. I serving the public. I've got to answer these
I
questions, Mr.
I
Fay.
understand and appreciate.
I'm sorry for
So
holding
Ms.
this up.
Fletcher,
I'm
which
so sorry.
just everybody, just a minute. Mr. Fay, which case are you here for?
Ms. Fletcher, we're here for uproar. I Ching. I don't want
Okay,
to cut the line, but I did
that's
want to call
okay.
attention to the time.
Just a second, Mr. Fay. I understand what you're saying. Just a minute. Just 1 minute.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you're here for uproar. Are you representing ANC 1B today, Mr. Fay?
Yes, ma'am, and we have a representative from the Ludroit Park Civic Association on the line as well.
Okay, so give me a couple more minutes. I'm gonna have to move on from this case. Can you wait for a couple more minutes?
Yes, ma'am, we can. We're open until 11.
Oh,
uh,
we'll be done long before that. Thank you. So Mr. Javon, what I'm gonna do, hopefully I provided just a basic understanding of what's happening here, and you can email me. I'll start by emailing you, and you can ask me any additional questions that you have. Let me hear from Commissioner Thomas Davis.
uh, thank you, Ms. Fletcher. Just to put a few facts on the record, the ANC filed this protest. Well, I'm sorry, I introduced this resolution at the commission at the beginning of October 2025. Mr. Javon appeared before the commission at that meeting on October 19th, 2025. The ANC voted to postpone this measure. I'm sorry, the ANC voted down this measure because the board decided to reissue um, the notices for the license renewal. I reintroduced this measure. I'm sorry, this measure
I'm
was
sorry. I don't
introduced
think this
in
is appropriate,
November.
ma'am.
Mr. Javon, just a second. The court reporter can only hear one
Oh, I'm
person at
so
a time.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I just don't think
That's
this is
okay.
appropriate.
Yeah, but Mr. Javon, don't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Uh,
I don't know the process. I'm not a
that's
lawyer.
okay. Just stop right there.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Thomas Davis, please continue.
Thank you. This measure was introduced on November 5th. The commission took it up at our meeting on the third Wednesday of that month. The ANC decided to postpone this matter, so they voted it down. I renewed and reintroduced the measure at our December meeting, which was actually taken up on December 16th. I just want to note for the record, Mr. Javon appeared before the commission at both meetings. He
Okay.
addressed the commission at both meetings. Also, there is a clause in the resolution that provided that the secretary provide notice that we had filed this protest on the applicant and licensee, which I believe was done. So there were four, including uh, the email your agency sent. There were four opportunities for the applicant and licensee to uh, receive some kind of notice that this action was in fact taking place. So I just want to put that on the record.
Okay.
Regarding the actual grounds for the protest, I wanted to note, you said that there were two grounds that the agency was going to recognize. I just
Yes.
wanted to note in the resolution on page 5, I'm
Mhm,
not sure how the final resolution is formatted for you, but there
mhm.
was a third ground, which was failure to comply with other applicable district laws and uh, municipal regulations. And so I just wanted to note that we do intend to provide other evidence showing that that other district laws and regulations have not been followed. So there would be a
Well,
third
thank you.
grounds.
Thank you for that clarification,
What did all that mean?
Commissioner. This is what's going to happen now. We're going to stop talking about this case right now. I'm going to give you some dates. We'll have another opportunity to discuss your concerns, Mr. Javon. And right now, I need to schedule a date for mediation, a status hearing, and a protest hearing. I'm going to give you the dates for the status and protest hearing first.
Mediation status and
There's going to be a mediation, a status hearing, and a protest
okay,
hearing. I'm going to give you the dates for the status and protest hearings first.
okay.
The status hearing is scheduled for March 4,
March.
2026, March the 4th, 2026 at 10:30 a.m. The
Miss Fletcher. Could I request or ask that I don't know if this takes longer than it needs to take. I thought I had a secure liquor license in December,
Mr.
and now we're
Devon, Mr. Devon, we're not going to talk about that anymore right now. We've already accomplished the purpose of the roll call hearing. You'll have an opportunity to provide me with any other information or to talk with me beyond the roll call hearing. But for
okay.
the
Fair. I was
purpose
just
of the
asking
roll
about the
call,
scheduling. I didn't know if I had any say on the scheduling.
so you don't have any say.
Okay.
The status hearing and the protest hearing are set based on the board's calendar.
Okay.
So the,
Sorry.
the status hearing is set for March the 4th,
Okay.
2026 at 10:30.
Okay.
The protest hearing is set for March the 25th, 2026 at 1:30.
1:30.
Ms. Fletcher, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the protest hearing is March 25 at 1:30. The status hearing is March the 4th at 10:30.
Miss Fletcher, what exactly is? I thought I attended a protest hearing for the ANC
So,
already. I'm
Mr.
confused.
Javon, here's what at this point I'm gonna email you when the roll call hearings are over. I have to get to the other
Oh, sorry.
cases on the
Thank you.
calendar. Now, if you want to wait until the end, if you want to wait until the end and ask me any other questions, you feel free to do that, just so that you know.
Okay. Thank you.
Um, I'm going to give you the next available day for mediation. The next available day for mediation is Wednesday, February 4th. That's Wednesday, February the 4th, anytime between 10:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m., including 10:30 and 1:30. That's Wednesday, February 4th. That's the next available day for mediation. Mr. Javon, mediation is held virtually, same as the roll call hearing. The mediation is held by the board's mediator, that's me. So I will see you at mediation on whichever day you choose.
Very well. Thank you for your time. I'll sign off.
Mr. Javon, are you available for mediation on February the 4th?
Yes, ma'am.
Anytime between 10:30 and 1:30?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Commissioner Thomas Davis, are you available on the 4th anytime between 10:30 and 1:30?
That would likely work for me. I would have availability between 10:30 and 12:30.
Okay. In that case, let's make it for 10:30.
Is there any way that I can make sure that Mr. Davis Thomas isn't working at his other government job at the same time?
Mr. Javon, that is totally inappropriate for roll call. Let's leave it right there. Any other concerns you have,
Sure.
you can wait until after the hearings are over and ask me then, or I will communicate with you via email. But for the purpose of the roll call hearing, once we set this date for mediation, we're done with this hearing.
Understood.
Mr. Thomas Davis, 10:30 on Wednesday, February 4th is good for you also?
That works for me.
Okay, mediation is set for Wednesday, February 4th at 10:30. The roll call hearing in this matter is concluded. Mr. Javon, if you have any other questions, you may wait and ask me about them at the end of the hearing. That would be offline, or you can communicate with me by email.
Thank you.
Okay, the roll call hearing in this matter is concluded. Mr. Javon, you may disconnect or feel free to. Okay, can anybody hear me?
We can hear you now, Ms.
Yes.
Fletcher.
Okay, good, thank you. We had a technical problem over here. The next case I'm going to call is Uproar. This is case number 26PRO 0006, Ching LLC, 639 Florida Avenue Northwest. License number ABRA 092 012. This is retailer class CT Tavern license renewal. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. The protest issues an adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet. Is anyone present on behalf of Uproar? Is anybody present on behalf of Uproar? Is anyone present on behalf of ANC 1B?
Ms. Fletcher, Matt Fay, representing Commission 1B. I do see the owner of Uproar as well representing. She's having a hard time getting off of mute.
Okay, thank you for that. Is anyone present on behalf of LaDroit Park Civic Association?
Yes, this is Mike Hewling. Last name is Huling. I'm the president of the LaDroit Park Civic Association.
Thank you, Mr. Hewling. Mr. Hewling, I read your protest letter. Can you just clarify something for me? Are you saying in your protest letter that you provided the applicant with at least 7 days notice of your meeting concerning this application?
No, I did not.
Okay. That is a requirement. You did mention in your protest letter that there was a meeting, but I guess you were referring to a meeting just among association members.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, Ms.
order,
Fletcher. Mr. Hewling, did you post that meeting notice publicly? The LaDroit Park Civic Association public meeting?
It would have been in our minutes that are posted publicly on our website.
I'm sorry. I mean, in advance of the meeting, did you post the notice of the meeting taking place and that this particular item was going to be on that agenda?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I apologize. Yes. We send out our agenda with everything 7 to 10 days in advance.
well, did you notify the applicant?
No, we did not.
You posted it on your public site, but
And it does
the
go out
notice
to
was
our LaDroit Park listserv. I would have to dive in to see if the owner is part of that listserv or not. But it was sent out to the community as a whole.
okay. Is the applicant present? Commissioner Fay, you mentioned that you can see the applicant, that the applicant is present. I can't tell. Whose number?
Yeah, I believe
Commissioner,
Commissioner Fay is on mute as well.
oh,
And then the business owner, I believe her name is Tammy. Oh, there she is. She's off mute now. So great.
so who's speaking? Mr. Hewling?
Yes, that was me.
So what are you saying about the applicant now that you see her?
This is Michael Hewling. I'm seeing the applicant on mute again.
Who is the? I don't see her name. Who is that? Who would that be?
I believe her name is Tammy, and she is.
I don't see Tammy.
I don't know if her name is attached or not, but she is the only other person besides commissioners.
Oh, I
and
see.
yourself.
I see. I see
Mr.
her. I see her.
Mr. Hewling and Mr. Fay will be quiet, and we will let Tammy represent herself.
So Commissioner Fay, I now see Miss Chuang, Tammy. Can you hear me? I think she may be having technical issues. I see her. I'm gonna acknowledge her presence, even if I can't speak with her. I'm acknowledging that she's present. Mr. Hewling, in order to be granted standing, you would need to give the applicant at least 7 days notice of the meeting that you held concerning the application. I'm gonna dismiss the protest. Upon receipt of the board order dismissing the protest, you'll have 10 days to seek reinstatement of the protest. And the board will take into consideration whatever a basis that is upon which you believe the protest should be reinstated.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. ANC 1B has standing as a protestant. We need to set a date for a status hearing, protest hearing, and a mediation. The date for the status hearing is March the 4th.
Okay.
Ms. Strong, can you hear me? I can't hear you. You're on mute. Can you unmute? I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going to send you these dates by email. It seems that you should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me?
I can hear. I pushed my button on mute, but I don't know what's going on.
That's okay. You're good. I've made a note that you're present. I'm now giving dates for a status hearing, a protest hearing, and I'm going to give you a date for mediation in a minute. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
The status hearing is scheduled for March the 4th.
Yes.
10:30 a.m.
That works.
The protest hearing is set for March 25th at
Okay.
1:30. That's at 1:30. And we need to set a date for mediation. I will give you the next available day. The next available day for mediation is Friday, February the 6th. That's Friday, February 6th, anytime between 10:30 and 1:30.
This is Commissioner Matt Fay, ANC 1B. If we can do 11 a.m. as a start time on Friday, February 6th, that would be appreciated.
Okay, that works on this end. Ms. Trung, does mediation work for you on Friday, February 6th at 11 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been able to hear me throughout this hearing? Do you have any questions about anything?
I have.
You have questions?
No, I think this is just a roll call. So the next one will be the status hearing.
The next one would be the mediation.
Mediation and then the status hearing.
And then the status hearing, yes.
Yeah.
And so the protestant in this matter is ANC 1B. At this time, if the board reinstates the protest by LaDroit Park Civic Association, then they would become a protestant as well if they seek reinstatement and the board says yes.
Yes, ma'am. Can you
But as of
repeat
today,
what was the complaint? Can you please repeat what was the complaint protestant? What was the key?
Oh, the protest issues were adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet. Did you receive a copy of the protest letter? Do you know?
I have the placard, but I did not receive the letter stating of the protest.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you because you should have received a copy of the protest letter.
Okay. Yes, if you can forward that to me.
So I'll send that to you.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. The roll call hearing in this matter is concluded. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. The next case on the calendar is Buddies DC. This is case number 26PRO00002, Buddies Inc., 3234 11th Street Northwest, license number ABRA 123008, retailer class CT Tavern. This is a license renewal. The protest issues an adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. Is anyone present on behalf of Buddies DC?
Good morning, Ms. Fletcher. Cameron Mixon, counsel for the applicant.
Morning, Mr. Mixon. Will you spell your name, please?
Yes, ma'am. CAMERONMIXON.
Thank you. We have a couple of abutting property owners. Are they present?
That's us, Ms. Fletcher.
Good morning. Jordan Nye here.
Okay, is
Guilherme Almeida. That's me.
could you please spell your name for the record, please?
Yes, I will. So first name Guilherme, last name Almeida, and I'm joined by my husband here.
Thank
Jordan.
you. Is anyone else present from this group? Is Jordan Knight present?
Yes, I'm here, Miss Fletcher, and it's Jordan Nye, Jordan, last name Nye.
Thank you very much. According to the DC Geographic Information System, your property abuts that of the establishment. Therefore, you are granted standing as abutting property owners. Is anyone present on behalf of the group of 5 or more?
Yes. Hi, my name is Alonso Hernandez Legarreta, and I'm the representative for the neighbors.
Thank you, Mr. Hernandez. Would you spell your name for the record, please?
Yes, first name is Alonso, Alonso, and my surname is Hernandez Legarreta. Hernandez is Hernand for Delta, E for Echo, Z for Zebra, and then Legarreta is Legarret for Tango, A for Alpha.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Are there any other members from your group present today?
No, I'm the one representing.
No problem at all. Your group, Mr. Hernandez, is granted conditional standing. What that means is that at the upcoming status hearing, 4 individuals who are not present today will need to appear. The board needs to see at least 5 people. You're here today, so
Okay.
you're one. We need to see at least 4 more people in person in order for the group to be granted full standing.
Was that part of the instructions? Just because, I mean, I'm not going to be able to get them now.
You don't need them now. They just need to appear at the upcoming status hearing. I'll give you a date for that. At that hearing is where they need to appear. It's fine today that they're not here.
Got it.
It's fine today. So today your group would be granted conditional standing. When they appear for the upcoming status hearing, the board will grant full standing to the group. If 4 additional people do not appear for the status hearing, then the protest would be dismissed. But so they just need to appear for the status hearing.
Okay.
Thank you. We need to set a date for mediation, the status hearing, and the protest hearing. I'm going to give you the dates for the status and protest hearing first.
Ms. Fletcher, may I be
who's
heard on this
speaking?
matter? This is Commissioner Thomas Davis. May I be heard on this matter?
No, Commissioner, you're not a protestant in this matter. That is the reason.
Oh, I actually just wanted to clarify that we were not protesting the license. We were protesting the amendment to terminate the agreement. So I just wanted to clarify that we were not protesting the license.
I know I didn't mention you at all. You protested. You
I just wanted to
protested the
clarify
termination of the settlement agreement.
Correct. I just wanted to.
I know.
Correct. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for clearing that up. I appreciate it. I wasn't
Yes.
going to call you though, but I'm glad you cleared that up. Thank you. The status hearing is scheduled for March the 4th.
March the 4th. At what time, sir?
Who's speaking?
Sorry, Alonso, the representative of the neighbors. So.
And what was your question?
At what time is the status hearing?
10:30 a.m. March 4 at 10:30 a.m. for the status hearing.
Okay, thank you.
And the protest hearing is set for March the 25th. It's March 25th at 1:30. That's for the protest hearing.
Miss Fletcher, if I have a conflict that day, can we find
Who's
another
speaking?
date?
Who's speaking?
Jordan Nye here.
Yes.
I have a conflict on the 25th of March. I'm in court.
What you can do, Mr. Nye, because you have been granted standing today,
Mhm.
if Mr. Almeida can appear on the 25th, you can designate him as your representative if you would like to do that at the status hearing. Did you say
My
the status hearing or the protest hearing? You can't make
the
it.
protest hearing itself, the 25th.
Oh,
I'm
the
not available.
protest hearing itself. I'm sorry, I thought you said the status hearing. So the date that I've given you today of March 25th at 1:30 at I'm sorry, March 25th at 1:30 is the date that's available on the board's hearing. I don't have the ability to change that date. But
Mhm.
what you can do, you can petition the ABC board to reschedule that date and copy Mr. Mixon. If Mr. Mixon is in agreement with that date, he'll say so, and the board can consider your request to reschedule. But the date that I've given you for today is the day.
Okay.
But petition the board to reschedule. Any other question, Mr. Nye?
No, that's fine. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. So the status hearing is March 4 at 10:30. The protest hearing is March 25 at 1:30. I'm going to give you the next available date for mediation. The next available day is February the 10th. Anytime between 10:30 and 1:30.
Ms. Fletcher, that's virtual, right? Or is that in person?
Oh, it's virtual. Who's speaking, please?
Sorry, this is Guilherme Almeida.
Yes, it's virtual also.
I'm wondering if we could do that the following week because Jordan and I are both traveling that week, so it'd be a little bit difficult even though it is virtual.
Yeah, we can look at the next week. What about Tuesday the 17th, anytime between 10:30 and 1:30?
That works for me. Does that work for you, Jordan? You're muted.
That works. The 17th is currently open on my schedule. Yes.
Does that work for you, Mr. Mixon?
It works for me as well. Would the 10:30 work?
Yep, 10:30 works on this end. Is that good for everybody?
Yes.
Works for me, yes.
I have mediation set for February the 17th at 10:30 a.m. and I will send you the WebEx invitation to attend.
Ms. Fletcher, I do have a question. This is Guilherme Almeida again.
Yes.
Is that mediation just for the abutting property owners, or does that also group the group of 5 neighbors?
Oh yeah, no, it's for all the parties that are granted standing or conditional
Okay.
standing.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
And just also that you know, Mr. Hernandez, we need to see only the designated representatives. So you have other members of your group, but we don't need to see them in mediation unless there's someone that you decide that you want to come. And if there is someone that you would like to come, you would need to forward them a copy of the WebEx invitation that I sent to you.
If everyone is okay for me to represent, I would be the only one attending, correct?
Yeah, we only need to see the designated representative. You're the only person that we need to see.
Got it. And sorry, can you repeat just the date?
Yeah. The dates are for the status hearing, March the 4th at 10:30. And for the protest hearing is March the 25th at 1:30.
March the 25th. Okay.
Yes.
It's a problem.
Ms. Fletcher,
Mm-hmm.
if
And
I
who's
may,
speaking? Oh,
this is Commissioner Thomas Davis on behalf of ANC1A. I wanted to ask if you could explain for the edification of the parties, the process by which the board would handle a group of 5's protest if the ANC was to reach an agreement before the protest hearing. Can you just
so
explain that so that they have that information on the record?
So, Mr. Commissioner, that is not a factor in this case, but I will do it in the next case. The ANC is not a protestant in this case. This is the license renewal. Mr. Hernandez, what the commissioner is asking me is to explain to you on behalf of your group of five what happens when an ANC files a protest, and there's also not apply in this case. In this case, this is the license renewal. The ANC did not file a protest against the license renewal, so I will explain that in the next case, which is the related to the amendment or termination of the settlement agreement. So there is something else you need to know, but I'll explain it to you when I call that case, which is coming up next.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. If there are no other questions, the roll call hearing in this matter is concluded. The next case on the calendar is Buddies DC, case number 26PRO00001, Buddies Inc., 3234 11th Street Northwest, license number ABRA 1230008. This is a retailer class CT Tavern for a petition to amend or terminate the settlement agreement. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. Is anyone present on behalf of Buddies DC?
Morning, Ms. Fletcher. Cameron Mixon, counsel for applicant, CAMERON, MIXON.
Thank you, Mr. Mixon. We have two abutting property owners. Is Mr. Almeida present?
Yes, I am, Ms. Fletcher. Guilherme Almeida, that's GUILHERME, last name ALMEIDA.
Thank you very much. Is Mr. Nye present?
Yes, ma'am. Jordan Nye here, JORDAN, last name NYE. Thank you.
Thank you. There's a group of five. Is the representative for the group of five present?
Yes, here, Alonso Hernandez Legarreta. It's Alonso, ALONSO. Hernandez Legarreta is HERNANDEZ, and then Legarreta is LEGARRETA.
Thank you very much. Are there any other members from your group present today?
Nope.
Okay. Your group will be granted conditional standing today. At least 4 additional members from your group will need to appear at the upcoming status hearing in order to be granted full standing by the board. Do you have any questions about that, Mr. Lagareta?
No, just the same. When is the status hearing? Is it the same day as the previous one?
Let's see here. Yes, status hearing is the same day.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Which is March 4.
Correct.
At 9:30. Thank you. So
9:30 or 10:30? Sorry.
At 10:30. What did I say?
9:30, I heard at least. Sorry.
Well, I should, if I said 9:30, I should have said 10:30.
Got it. Thank you.
So your group is granted conditional standing today. Mr. Almeida and Mr. Nye are granted standing as abutting property owners. We also have ANC 1A. Is anyone present on behalf of ANC 1A?
Yes, Ms. Fletcher. This is Anthony Thomas Davis, Commissioner for ANC 1A. First name ANTHONY, last name THOMAS-DAVIS. And again, I represent Single Member District 1A06.
Is anyone else present from ANC 1A today?
No, ma'am, just me.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Lagareta, here's what you need to know. When an ANC files a protest and a group of individuals also files a protest, if the ANC enters into a settlement agreement with the applicant, then any group of individuals, of five or more in your case, is dismissed. You'll participate in mediation if the ANC enters into a settlement agreement, then the group of five will be dismissed. That's according to the regulations. Do you have any questions about that?
Just so that I'm clear. So if the ANC and the business come to an agreement on a settlement agreement, then our claim is dismissed, basically.
Yes, your group of five or more is dismissed. The abutting property owners have standing of their own. So the abutting property owners would not be dismissed. But if there's a group of individuals, the group of individuals is dismissed.
I mean, I understand that. Is there any other, because I mean, whatever the agreement is between the two other parties, that it doesn't involve us, is there another recourse that we as neighbors have in order to influence that agreement?
No, you don't. If the ANC enters into an agreement with Buddies DC, perhaps your concerns would be addressed in that agreement as well.
I hope so. Like that has been our concern through the ANC, right? So that's why I'm here protesting from
Well,
neighbors.
we'll have to see what happens during mediation, whether or not your concerns will be addressed as well. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But if there is a settlement agreement, then the regulations require that any group of individuals is dismissed. But let's just see what happens.
Okay, understood.
We need to set a date for a status hearing, a protest hearing, and a mediation. Do you want to combine the two cases? And Mr. Mixon, would you want to combine the license renewal and the termination or amendment of the settlement agreement, or would you prefer to have two separate mediations?
I would need to consult with my client before any determinations made on that.
Okay. Commissioner Thomas Davis, would you want to combine? Well, you're not a part of the other ones. I should be asking Mr. Almeida and Mr. Nye and Mr. Lagareta if you would want to combine. Let me stop right there for a minute. Let me just make this separate because all the parties are not the same. I'm going to make this separate. Disregard what I said. I'm going to provide you with a separate day for the mediation. The license renewal mediation is on February 17 at 10:30. I'm going to give you a different day for the petition to amend or terminate the settlement agreement.
Ms. Fletcher, if I may, just a
Yes.
note, assuming Attorney Mixon wants to consult with his clients, it would seem that one matter is inseparable from the other. One seems to be dependent upon the other. I just want to know for the record, I represent all three of the parties that are on this call.
Oh,
And so, to the extent that I am hearing those concerns are reflected in the negotiations that we will be having. It would seem that from what I've heard from them, one is inseparable from the other. So they want
okay.
terms defined in the agreement that would make renewal of the license, favorable. So to the
Okay.
extent that it is combined, I do think it would help the board to understand the totality of the circumstances and to
Yep.
make a more informed, determination about how to proceed with the license renewal.
Okay. Well then, Mr. Mixon, I just need to know whether or not your client is willing to combine the two cases on February 17 at 10:30.
For the purposes of mediation, we can certainly facilitate both conversations at the same time. I just say, as a procedural, formal matter before the board, I think it makes the most sense to keep them distinct, especially with respect that there's one party who is not the ANC not being a party to the license renewal. I think that for the time being, those should remain distinct conversations as they haven't been granted standing there. So if we could schedule them somehow as adjacent to one another, do either the renewal conversation and then the termination or amendment conversation, or vice versa.
Okay. And so we are looking at having the mediation for the license renewal, say from 10:30 to 11:30 or so, followed by the petition to amend or terminate the settlement agreement, just doing both on the same day, one after the other.
Yes, I think that makes sense. If everyone's schedules would permit.
Would that work for you also, Commissioner Thomas Davis, just having it both on the 17th, just one following the other?
That's amenable to the ANC, yes.
And would that be amenable to Mr. Almeida, Mr. Nye, and also Mr. Legareta?
I think so.
Yes, that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay. The mediation for both the license renewal and the petition to amend or terminate the settlement agreement are both scheduled on February 17. One will be at 10:30 and the next one will follow immediately.
Just one question. Around how long are the
Who's
mediations?
speaking, please?
Alonso, sorry, the representative, Alonso
That's
Hernandez.
okay. So the mediations last generally anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. That would be just for one, but it depends. I think within 3 hours we may be able to do both. We're going to proceed that way.
I'm sorry for the group. No, I cannot take 3 hours out of that day at that time.
So the 3 hours you can take out of any other day. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to take 3 hours.
Yes,
That's
or I could do the afternoon of that day, for example, but exactly at 10:30 all the way till noon, I cannot. I can do
do
that
do you have any other
before.
member from your group that could stand in your place?
I don't know. I don't think so. Is the afternoon of that same day possible for everyone? Like, let's say from the end till the end.
What do you mean by afternoon?
After 12.
After 12 on the 17th?
Yes.
So you would be available between 12 and 3?
Yes.
Well, that works on this end, but it has to work for everyone else.
Sure. Thanks for the flexibility.
It works for me, Guillermo Almeida.
Who's that, Mr.? Does that work for you, Mr. Mixon? I know you have to check with your client first to see if that.
And me as well.
Would it work for you at 12? At 12 for the license renewal and say 1 for the amendment and termination or a termination of the settlement agreement? With those hours work for you between say 12 and 3?
Yes.
So you'll need to check with your client first, Mr. Mixon.
Yes, I will. We'll plan on being there for the time being and alert the parties with plenty of notice if for some reason these don't work for my client.
Okay, then I'm going to schedule mediation for February 17 at noon.
And that would be on the
Seven.
for the renewal or the termination.
So I'm going to schedule the renewal for noon, and then I'll schedule we'll just continue. We're just going to do one first and then the other.
Understood.
I'm going to send out one invitation for that period of time, and we're going to just go from one to the next. We're going to start with the license renewal, and then we're going to move to the petition to amend or terminate the settlement agreement. But I'm not going to send out two invitations. I think one will be good since all the parties are going to be the same.
And Ms.
Well,
Fletcher,
with one the ANC not being a party to the renewal, of course.
So according to Commissioner, Commissioner, you can clarify for me. According to you, you represent the abutting property owners and the group of five?
yes, all parties are constituents that I represent. So to the extent that it is helpful for me to, and again, I've had conversations with all of these individuals, but to the extent that it is helpful for me to hear more of those concerns, I'm happy to be a part of the call. However, I take the point of Attorney Mixon about trying to, I guess, keep those discussions somewhat separate. I am more than happy to join after the fact and just allow discussions that have kind of preceded, our call, about mediation for the agreement to let some of that kind of spill over if parties want that to be a part of the conversation. So I'd ask if you could just maybe send me a note when you think you're about 30 minutes to close for the mediation regarding the license renewal. I can hop on at that time right when you wrap up.
And so this would be related to the license renewal.
Well, again, I want to clarify. Our protest was grounded in the fact that the existing voluntary agreement is obviously inseparable from the license itself. And so, to the extent that the concerns raised by the parties are satisfied, I believe, from what I've heard from numerous conversations we've had, is that they do not necessarily oppose the license, they oppose the terms of the agreement that bind the license. And so, I think to the extent that we can find amenable terms amongst all of the parties, if we can come to some kind of, mutual understanding of those terms, it would satisfy, I believe, the concerns of all parties to proceed with the license renewal with a different set of conditions in place.
And so for
Or the same
the
conditions, I'll put it that way.
petition to amend or terminate the settlement agreement, the ANC is a protestant, so I know you'll be present for that. For the
Yes.
license renewal, it's only the abutting property owners and the group of five. And so for that portion of the mediation, that's the license renewal, you're suggesting that you
Not be there.
not be there for that one. Okay, stay right there. I'm making a note. And then I would let you know about 30 minutes ahead of time when the petition to amend is going to start.
Yes, ma'am.
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send two separate WebEx invitations. I'm going to send one for the license renewal, and I'm going to send one for the petition to amend or terminate. but one is going to still follow the other.
Thank you. I know it's a little complicated, Ms. Fletcher, but just wanted to make sure we're on the
Yeah,
same
because
page.
I'm thinking about that 30-minute mark. I want to make sure I don't miss it. I don't know if WebEx will let me send you the link 30 minutes ahead. I don't know. But to make sure that one happens following the other, I'm just going to send two separate WebEx invitations, one following the other. So what I have here is on February 17, mediation for the license renewal is going to start at 12. I'm going to send the WebEx invite for the petition to amend or terminate for 1:30. And so what that means for Mr. Almeida, Mr. Nye, and Mr. Lagareta is that I will be in mediation for the license renewal. I'm going to end that, but you're also going to have a link to join the next hearing. Is that complicated, or does that make any sense?
That's fine.
Okay. Okay. Well, then,
And Ms. Fletcher, just to clarify for time, you said 1:30 for the petition to terminate?
yeah, I'm going to do the license renewal from 12 to 1:30 for the license renewal. And I'm going to schedule the petition to amend or terminate from 1:30 to 3:30.
Okay, can I? Okay.
Does that work?
I was going to ask if you could do that at 2. I do believe the parties would likely need more time for the former matter. So
Okay.
I would say 2 p.m. Would likely
For
be
the
good.
petition.
Correct.
Okay. That works on this end. Does that work for you, Mr. Mixon?
That works as well.
Okay. So I'm going to schedule the renewal from 12 to 2. And then I'm going to schedule the petition to amend or terminate from 2 to 4.
Okay.
Is that
That works.
is that better, Commissioner Thomas Davis?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's what I'll do. Any other questions, concerns, comments?
Have
And
we
did you?
established the status and protest hearing dates?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mixon. I completely forgot about the protest hearing. The protest hearing is set for March 25 at 1:30. March 25 at 1:30. And just to repeat, the status hearing is set for March the 4th at 10:30. Okay, well, if there is nothing more, that is the last hearing on the calendar today. Thank you for coming, and I will see you on February 17th.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Fletcher.
you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Ms. Fletcher.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.
you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Hello, Miss Fletcher.
Yes.
I was staying on.
Just
Maybe I was
just
confused.
give me 1 second. I'll be right